What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. In this video I'm going to be discussing the possibility of Sidney Prescott dying once again. Now, some recent things on Twitter have caught my attention. As we know, we have the directors of Ready or Not who are going to be helming the upcoming Scream 5 project, stepping in the role of Wes Craven to take up the mantle. And we're all hoping that they knock this out of the park, because I think for the most part, everyone who's excited about this project is excited because it's being done by the two directors who brought us Ready or Not, a movie that I know had pretty much was a fan favorite last year. It didn't, as the movie is like aging and everything, I feel like more and more people are knocking it than loving it. But overall, that was a very well made horror comedy film. I feel like it leaned a little bit more in the comedy than the horror, but it was all balanced out very well. But getting into what I wanted to discuss in regards to Sidney possibly dying, if the opening clip that I showed you from Scream 3 regarding featuring Sidney and Roman in that whole ending sequence that we know occurred at the end of Scream 3, our once intended final chapter in the Scream trilogy, if that opening scene every time you watch Scream 3 bothers you, or I don't know if you guys actually saw Scream 3 in theaters and that part of the film bothers you and got you anxious to know what was going to happen to Sidney, then I don't think you really have to worry about her dying or coming up in anything like that in Scream 5. If anything, it'll just be another fake out, because of the simple fact that recently on Twitter, an individual tweeted out, Michael Kennedy tweeted out, if Vin Diesel can survive 10 Fast and Furious movies, Neve Campbell can survive 5 Scream movies. And then this was retweeted with a comment from Heather Wixon, who just replied, "Thank you." And then what caught my attention was that Matt Bettinelli, who we know is one of the directors, he actually liked this tweet. This doesn't suggest that Sidney is going to necessarily 100% live again, but that the directors might be very much against killing this character off. So for anyone who's worried about Sidney dying and being in a predicament where she is going to be no longer with us if we do get a sequel to Scream 5, I don't think you have to worry about Sidney being killed off just yet. It seems like Matt Bettinelli opened. What I take away from him liking this tweet is that he is in favor of keeping the character around a little bit longer. He's not really in favor of killing the character. Even if they do go ahead and kill it or kill the character of Sidney Prescott, maybe it's not something that they fully have come to grips with just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually ended up killing the character still, but then them liking this tweet is just a simple way of saying Sidney could indeed survive 5 Scream movies. That this person is absolutely right. If Vin Diesel can survive 10 Fast and Furious movies, then there's no reason that Neve Campbell can't survive, Sidney Prescott's character played by Neve Campbell can't survive 5 Scream movies. They might just appreciate that rationale there, but they're still going to kill her. But I'm willing, if I'm a betting man, I'm willing to bet that this is going to suggest that they're planning on keeping the character of Sidney Prescott around a lot longer, and she will make it through Scream 5. And then getting into some other things, Matthew Lillard, he recently discussed the possible chance of coming back, and he said that he would love to do Scream 5 if he was asked about it, I guess. He recently had an interview with 2Fab where he disclosed that information. And then also another thing that I wanted to discuss here today was the possible chance of Kevin Williamson writing Scream 5. Now, we are in the month of May, which is when we all know the film was supposed to start shooting in North Carolina, but with everything going on in the country, that's probably put on pause until further notice, when they have an actual shooting schedule that's going to be working with and respecting what's going on in the country. Kevin Williamson possibly writing this script, or having written the script, is probably, I want to say, the 90% chance. There's a 90% chance that the Scream 5 we're about to get is written by Kevin Williamson. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the simple fact that while we got a brief plot synopsis a few months ago, we still did not find out who was writing it. We did find out that Kevin Williamson was on as an executive producer. We still have not found out who the cast is. We now have found out that Neve Campbell is at least in negotiations to return in the role of Sidney Prescott. We still do not know if Courteney Cox is going to be back. We do not know if David Arquette is going to be back. And then we're just getting sprinkles of teases from all the other cast members. So Courteney Cox, David Arquette, Hayden Panettiere, they all have just been teasing. I want to say Courteney Cox started this back in late last year when she, around Halloween sometime. I don't think there was anything actually related to the project, but then again, it might very well have been, because keep in mind, we found out earlier this year that the project was going to start shooting this month. That tells me they might have been working on a script and everything for Scream 5 in the summer of last year. So Courteney Cox posting a video up on Instagram where Ghostface, I believe this was around Halloween time. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you remember that video she posted on Instagram or Twitter where Ghostface basically popped up in the background of her video, and I believe Michael Jackson's Thriller started playing after that. But her posting that suggests to me now, in my mind, I'm thinking this is where the trend started of former cast members posting things regarding Scream, regarding Ghostface, because now Courteney Cox started it, but then David Arquette started talking about Scream 5, and then Hayden Panettiere tweeted out something showing that she got her Kirby haircut again. Now Neve Campbell is back in negotiations with the new directors to come back on board as Sidney Prescott, and then we also have Matthew Lillard stating he wants to return. And then more recently, we also have from Scream 4 who played the girl who played Jill. I'm trying to think of her name. Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts recently posted an image yesterday of herself talking about manifesting dreams, and she posted a little cute image of herself with a Ghostface mask on when she was a young girl, basically foreshadowing her inevitable appearance in the Scream film as the killer in Scream 4. Now, with all of these cast members posting these old photos, if I'm a betting man, I'm willing to bet that they're probably going to be doing a Scream 5 based around Kevin Williamson's original intent, because before Kevin Williamson left the production of Scream 4, his original script had Scream 4 end on a cliffhanger where Jill got away with it, but someone was announced as alive in the house still at Kirby's house, but we weren't going to find out until Scream 5 actually happened. Now, if I'm a betting man, and with all of these cast members posting this stuff, we also found out earlier this year that Emma Roberts is not even returning for American Horror Story. So that's something I feel like everyone should keep in mind and pay attention to. She's not returning for American Horror Story. Of course, that could be for other projects that she's committed to, but this is in regards to Scream 5. We're all just banking on Scream 5. I'm willing to bet that they might be taking Kevin Williamson's original intent or his original idea for Scream 4, making it so, tweaking the ending of Scream 4 a bit. When I say tweaking, I'm not saying they're gonna remove the ending, but they're gonna basically render that possibly a dream sequence in Jill's head, and then Scream 5 might pick up with us following Jill again, who got away with it somehow, and then we have Kirby back. We have our three main stars, of course, Sidney, Dewey, Gale. Emma Roberts' character Jill, she doesn't even have to actually be in it alive. Maybe they actually go through with it and keep her dead, but she's just in it for flashback purposes and everything. I don't really know what to expect from Scream 5, but with all this stuff going on Twitter and the cast posting these things, these old photos and these teases about the Scream series and posting about Scream 4, it's gotten me thinking that a draft or something that Kevin Williamson had written up possibly for Scream 5 is what's going to be used and what's been adapted into our script for Scream 5. So I feel like whatever the intent was following Scream 4 from Kevin Williamson is now the same idea that they've brought him in to bring to life for Scream 5. I feel like Kevin Williamson is going to get to finish out the trilogy that he wanted to start with Scream 4, but it's going to be tweaked a bit to collaborate with the actual ending of Scream 4. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Do you think Kevin Williamson is going to be writing Scream 5? Do you think that he's going to be the one? Do you think he's going to be tweaking his plans for Scream 5? Because we all know Aaron Kruger came in and he finished Scream 4. So do you think that he's tweaked his ideas for Scream 5 and maybe Scream 6 to kind of fit into that whole ending that we got at the hospital? Let me know all that down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also, let me know what you think about Matthew Lillard possibly returning and keeping Sidney Prescott alive. Do you think Sidney's going to die? Do you think she should die? I know we talked about this in the last video, but I just wanted to bring this up because I just noticed this on Twitter, and this is kind of making me more confident that she will not die because Matt Bettinelli liked this tweet. Let me know all your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the description, I'll have links on my social media accounts. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there to let me know if there's any movies, news, or reviews you would like me to cover in the future. And then also down in the comment section below, I'm going to have a link to the Facebook group. You can go ahead and join that group so you can discuss anything horror related, stay up to date on any Scream 5 news that I might have, or anything regarding Halloween Kills or the future of Jeepers Creepers. With all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.